Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I pamper myself and really just give myself a me day at home. So the first thing that I like to start with are my eyebrows. I just go in with your very regular basic tweezer and I just clean up whatever hairs are growing really on my brow bone. I don't like to alter my natural eyebrow shape too much. Then once I've done that, I go in with a spoolie, I comb all my eyebrow hairs up and I trim them, with the scissors of course. My eyebrow hairs can get really long and then they start to curl. Not exactly the look I'm going for. After this, I just go in with an eyebrow razor, and you can purchase these at your dollar store, local hair supply store, or even on Amazon, and I shave my face. This is an amazing way to exfoliate your skin, and if you haven't tried it already, I definitely would recommend doing so. You're either going to be super grossed out or amazed at how much dead skin is going to end up on your razor blade after shaving your face. So that means that your makeup is going to be that much more flawless, and for the obvious reason of getting rid of any hair that might be on your face. Because my skin is pretty fair in tone and my hair is black, the hairs on my face are definitely very visible, so I like to remove the hair on my face at least once a week. After allowing for my pores to really be opened up by my steamer, I'm just going to go ahead and place a nose strip on my nose. I'm sure you ladies have used one of these before. And for my under eye area, I'm just using the Hydrogel under eye patches. The ones that I'm using are actually formulated with snail mucus, so they're brightening, they're depuffing, anti-wrinkle, and hydrating. I purchased these eye masks on Amazon, and I can leave the information on where you can purchase them in the description box below. Once those have been applied, I am going to move on to the face mask that I'll be putting on the rest of my face. This is just the Himalayan charcoal face mask that I got at the Body Shop. I really like the Body Shop face masks because they are formulated with lots of natural ingredients. And if you haven't noticed already, I really like to customize my face masks, and the same is true for my hair masks when we get to that point. So I like to apply a mask for my under eye area, something different for the blackheads on my nose, something different for the rest of my skin on my face, and typically I would put a lip mask on as well, but I just don't have one at the moment, so I won't be doing that this time. Moving on to the hair, I have here a beautiful aloe vera leaf that I'm going to be cutting. I'm going to apply that fresh gel all over my scalp and on my actual hair shaft. The reason I'm using aloe vera gel is because it's very moisturizing, it's repairing, it's great for scalp health, and it encourages hair growth, which is what I need right now. I really like using natural ingredients on my hair, and I typically would combine some sort of a natural ingredient, whether that be an oil or aloe vera, with a hair mask. And although I am speeding through this and cutting through parts of my application, I really am making sure to get that aloe vera all over my entire scalp. So I actually spend quite a decent amount of time doing this. Once my scalp has been completely saturated with that aloe vera gel, I then move on to making sure that I'm applying that gel to my hair strands and to my ends. And again, I really do spend a decent amount of time doing this. I'm cutting through parts of the video for the sake of time, but I do really make sure that I'm getting that aloe vera on each and every strand. At least I try my hardest to. I give everything a quick comb through before going in with my two deep conditioners, and I use two different kinds because my hair really loves both, so why choose just one? So I go in with the first deep conditioning mask and really make sure that my hair is saturated. I apply a generous amount. I give everything another quick comb through, I section it off, and then with the second deep conditioning mask, in this case it's the Kiss Macadamia and Argan Oil Deep Conditioner, I really coat each section individually with even more conditioner. Your hair can't benefit from a product if you're not using the product, so I use lots. And you might notice me using a spray bottle just to wet each section individually. And the reason why I use a spray bottle to wet my hair rather than actually starting with wet hair is because your hair is very much like a sponge, and it will absorb whatever it first comes into contact with. I want my hair to absorb aloe vera gel and deep conditioner, not water, So I am using some water just to make the product a little easier to apply evenly on all of my hair and make it a little easier to comb through, but that's about it. I always apply my conditioners to dry hair first. I combed everything back into a nice ponytail, and I am ready to take a relaxing bath. So I am currently running a bath, and I am about to bring in some pieces of luxury into the bath with me. But before I do, I just want to quickly show you what I'm bringing in. So here's a bath bomb. This is something that I never skip out on. I always bring a bath bomb with me when I'm taking a bath, so I have that ready. Right behind it, I have my candle. So this one is a soft blanket scent. I think honestly that this is my favorite scent from Yankee Candle, and I haven't even lit this yet, so I am super excited to bring this into the tub with me. I have my face and body wash and scrub. So this is the Caudalie Gommage Crush Cabernet, and I have featured this in another video of mine. I absolutely love this. And here's what that looks like in case you're curious. So again, this is just one of those products that feels like luxury, smells delicious, and I am so excited. I just love using this. So I typically only bring this into my baths. I don't just bring that into a shower. And after I scrub my face and my body, I'm gonna be using another face mask. So this is another Body Shop face mask. This one is the Chinese ginseng and rice, and here's what this one looks like on the inside. The last two things that I'll be bringing into the tub with me are my organic dried lavender flowers and my dried rosebuds. So the rosebuds, you can obviously see what those look like. And once they are submersed in water, they do act almost like a sponge and soak up water, so they expand in size. And the same is true for the lavender petals, and here's what those look like. They smell absolutely delicious. Such an amazing way to just infuse aromatherapy right into your bath water. Well, hello again. I am back from my relaxing bath. My skin feels amazing. My hair is so soft, nice and clean. And I am about to blow dry my hair. I actually just want to straighten it to check the length. I haven't straightened it in a while. So of course you're going to want to detangle, and I'm going in with my all-time favorite product, 4 pumps of my It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Conditioner. I use this every single time I wash my hair. And I'm using 100% eucalyptus oil on my scalp. It's just really good for scalp health, and it feels so invigorating. It smells so delicious. And just a couple sprays of the It's a 10 Miracle Shine Spray. I don't want to apply too much because I don't want to make my hair super oily. And I don't spray it directly onto my hair. I spray it into the palms of my hands and then apply it mostly on my ends. I am using my Deva dryer blow dryer, and I'm just using a very large round brush for the blow drying. This I believe is from the brand Hot Tools. And I'm going to be skipping through a lot of the blow drying because this isn't a blow drying tutorial, but I am just going to show you a couple sections and how I do it. So what I do is I wrap my hair around the brush before I actually begin blow drying. Then what I essentially do is pull and twist, pull and twist, pull and twist. I aim the nozzle facing downward just to get a more frizz-free finish. I'm really making sure that I'm pulling that brush pretty tightly so that I can get my hair to dry as straight as possible without having to straighten it. So that's going to reduce the amount of heat that I'm going to have to use to get my hair straight. For the top sections of my hair, I am using a little more oil, and I only apply additional oil to the hair that's up at the crown of my head because that hair is more visible and most exposed. I just want it to be a little more frizz-free and a little shinier. So I do apply just a little bit of additional oil to the hair right up at the crown of my head. And same thing for the blow drying, I'm just pulling and twisting. And if you notice, I'm pulling my hair in the opposite direction that it's going to be laying in. So the hair on the left of my head, I pull to the right. The hair on the right of my head, I pull to the left. And the hair in the back of my head, I pull actually forward toward my forehead. So that's just going to give me some added volume. It's a really, really cool trick. And if you haven't tried it, I definitely would recommend it. Because if you pull your hair downward, then that's just going to make it lie flat against your scalp, which is not what we want. I'm just using my rat tail comb here to create a very rough part. I just want to see what my part is going to look like so that I can know how to straighten the hairs around my part. For my flat iron, I'm going to be using my Chi Air, and I'm just quickly showing you here how I am going to do it. So for the bottom half of my hair, I do not press out all the volume that I got at my roots from the blow drying, and I also don't press out those pretty curls that we got from the twist and pull method. So I am focusing the straightener only on the center parts of my hair. Again, no roots and no ends. I'm not going for the pin straight look. I really just like for my hair to look like it's been blown out. I like lots of volume and some very loose waves at the ends. But I do something a little different for the hair up at the crown of my head. The hair at the crown of my head, I actually do go all the way up to the roots, and I do curl the ends. Because the hair on the top of your head is the most visible, I want it to be perfect. I want the ends to be nice and pretty and curled, and you can definitely see some frizz up at your root and around your part. So I'm pressing that out. But again, that's really just the hair that's closest to my part, which is why I just created a part a little earlier. This is how I do it every single time. I'm just quickly going through and making sure that I've got everything at the back of my head. You know, sometimes you can have some curls back there. I don't use my flat iron on the highest heat setting by any means. And now I'm moving on to just a little bit of serum. I'm using 100% argan oil. I use this for my face, for my body, and also for my hair. I'm using only 3 drops just to give it some extra shine and a little bit of moisture after putting heat to my hair. And that's pretty much it. I'm done. Now I'm ready for my pedicure. So regarding my pedicure, the first thing that I'm going to do is put some gloves. I don't want the acetone that I'm going to be using as a nail polish remover to mess up any of the gel polish that is on my fingernails. So I'm using 100% pure acetone, soaking a cotton round in some of that, and you know the deal, just using it to remove any of that old, yucky chip nail polish from your toes. I'm going to be giving myself a dry pedicure. My feet are generally pretty soft because I do scrub them every single day in the shower with a pumice stone. So I'm just going to be using an electric nail file to get rid of any cuticle and dead skin from on and around my toenails. So the first drill bit that I'm using is a very small one in size. It's almost an almond shape, and it's a preliminary sort of step. So this is the first drill bit that I'm going to be using on each toenail. But once I'm done cleaning around my toenails and behind or underneath them, I'm going to be going in with a much smaller, finer drill bit. It's actually the smallest drill bit that I own. It's just small and round, as you can see here. And because it is much finer, I'm able to really get into each and every crack and corner on my toenails and make sure that I've got all of that dead skin and all of that yucky cuticle off. It's also easier for me to clean behind or underneath my toenails with this tool as well. So I use both tools on both feet. Again, first tool is going to be a little larger in size. It's an almond sort of shape. I do that, really get rid of the bulk of the cuticle, and then to really do some fine detailing, I go in with the smaller, round cuticle drill bit. Once I'm done getting rid of all of that dead skin from my toenails, I'm going to be going in with a nail buff. I like to use the nail buff once I'm done removing the cuticles because after doing that, your toenails can be a little uneven in texture. Then, of course, grab your nail file and file your nails down. Make sure that they're all even in length and that they are to your desired shape. I like my toenails to be straight across, super square, and this time I'm making my toenails really short. I haven't had my toenails this short in a while, so I figured it would just be time for a change. And I also feel like short toenails, for me personally, just looks a little cleaner. I like when there's some skin visible above the toenail, so that's just why I'm filing them down this short. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go in with 2 layers of regular nail polish, so I'm not using a gel nail polish this time. I'm just using a regular colored coat and a regular clear top coat once I'm done with my 2 coats of the red berry sort of color that I'm using. The reason I'm using a regular nail polish and not a gel nail polish is because since everyone's at home and in quarantine, I've been spending a little more time engaging in some TLC. So I'm changing my nail polishes a little more frequently, and having to soak and scrape off gel nail polish is just kind of annoying. I want to be able to switch my nail polishes up freely and without hassle, so that's why I'm just using a regular nail polish. And that's pretty much it for my pedicure. Again, this is just a really quick dry pedicure. I'm not soaking my feet or scrubbing them right now or anything like that. But if you're interested in how I give myself a full DIY pedicure at home, then definitely look in the description box. I will leave a link to my previous video on how I do that. And that is pretty much it. This is my self-care TLC spa day at home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.